All right, allergies, whether they are related to the grass or pollens outside or maybe food related, they can all be incredibly complicated.
But imagine for a moment being allergic to physical activity, and it could be deadly. Leah Beno shows us what this reality is like for a woman in Plymouth.
I'm allergic to working out. Yeah, it's like, and then usually the response is, haha, me too, right? Like, people love to say that. It's a joke I've heard a million times. But no, it's like literally it could kill me.
Often trying to mask her fears and frustrations with a smile, Maggie Habeshi is diagnosed with exercise-induced anaphylaxis, the same sort of severe allergic response that can cause symptoms ranging from vomiting or hives to someone's throat swelling up and even death. Maggie now carries 2 doses of epinephrine just in case life-saving measures are needed. But her extremely rare condition started about a decade ago after the birth of her first child and milder symptoms.
I went out for my first run after I had her. It was a couple months after. And I just felt really itchy. And I was just like, okay, I realized my whole body was covered in hives. And so I was like, okay, this is kind of weird. Maybe it's something environmental. I'm not really sure what. I didn't actually think about it too much. And then it kept happening. But not only did it keep happening, it kept getting worse.
Periodically, Maggie would attempt to run or a partial workout class and have to stop because her eyes start to swell shut, itching on her torso and hives. Over the years, she's been through test after test with different allergists. But as Dr. Micah Karsoff points out, Maggie's case is even more unique because it's not related to food allergies.
Most people, there is a food trigger that as long as they avoid the food, whether it's wheat or soy or whatever, as long as they don't eat that for, let's say, 2 to 4 hours before exercise, they're not going to react. Maggie's case was unique in which there was clearly not a food trigger because she was fasting during the time.
Last year during Ramadan, when Maggie was already not eating hours prior to working out, 20 minutes into a class, she started to feel that dreaded itchiness, but this time in her throat. Maggie called her husband and both rushed to the nearest emergency room.
Clearly, he could see my whole face was swelled up. I couldn't talk. And the doctor, she asked him, she's like, has this ever happened? He said she's gotten allergic reactions before from working out, but definitely nothing like this. And he said the doctor looked really scared. And she said, I don't know what would have happened if she would have waited 10 minutes.
That's like constant fear all the time.
Noor Balshi can relate to some of what Maggie is going through. She has a long list of food allergies, but last year diagnosed with exercise-induced anaphylaxis her senior year of high school and struggled to get through every soccer game.
I would have games later at night and I would just, I would skip breakfast, lunch. I would maybe have a few sips of water earlier in the day and then that was it. I would eat after my games. I never ate anything.
When we were invited to tag along with Maggie, 15 minutes into her class, she had to stop. The itchiness followed by numbness starting in the roof of her mouth, not worth the weightlifting she enjoys.
Sometimes I make it 15 minutes, sometimes I make it 45. It just kind of depends on the day. And some days are more emotional than others. I get frustrated that I can't finish it, but I just do the best I can and move on.
While there could be other triggers ranging from a common cold to menstrual cycles, Dr. Karsoff reminds us it's most important for anyone with this condition to listen to their bodies and be prepared.
Always, 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 always carrying EpiPens and stopping exercising if you start having a reaction, because that's almost like a natural medicine for this type of condition, where if you stop exercising early enough, the reaction is going to be more likely to stay mild.
On this day, the reaction was relatively mild, yet the balance between what's healthy for her body and what isn't continues.
I hope to connect with anyone else who is maybe struggling, right? That's a big thing. It's you feel so isolated, not being able to have kind of control of how your body might react to something.
Leah Beno, Fox 9.